the storm hit, we had 100% of our city was blacked out. We had no power, we had no infrastructure. We had a monumental task in front of us. You know, we knew paper wasn't the solution. I contacted Accela early on and said, you know, guys, you know, I'm going to be needing some help with some software and changes to have special damage assessment applications up here and permits. Accela came to us with a great idea to say, look guys, we can help you. You know, we can get you technology that's been provided from several different companies, and our wireless system will work for you guys. Now, it's called a wireless system because it has the capability of going out in the field with the inspectors, holding a handheld PDA or laptop, and uploading and downloading wireless to the system and communicating to the software. As we started doing this process, and the city planners and our emergency operations center saw what we were doing, they used this system for basing all of their future plans. We kept picking on parts of the city at first that we knew had the least damage so that we could do that assessment, see where it could be repopulated. Entergy Corporation here, which is our power company, was able to then focus their resources on those areas, telephone on those areas, as well as getting population back to those areas. You know, having the ability to use a web-based application provided us with huge benefits here. One was that our data was not stored here. It was stored in California. It was safe. And as a manager, it allowed me to be wherever I was to access my reports, my inspections, my permits, to assist with configuration because it could be remotely configured since it wasn't actually housed here on site. We were able to do instant reports. We could tell people by zip code how many houses we inspected. They could see the color code of those houses. We could track our teams and see their productivity. So we knew which areas they were going into and whether or not we had to provide additional support there if it might have been harder hit, and by looking at the reports and seeing how many people could do every day. And our inspectors were doing 120 inspections a day on the peak of it. And those were two-man teams. FEMA was saying, you know, we want you to do it on paper. We're going, no, we're not doing paper reports here. You know, we'll never be finished. Just imagine somebody coming in with a stack of papers. Someone would have to try and organize them and maybe sit by a computer and upload this data by hand. We'd still be doing data. On paper, we would have probably been doing about 30 inspections a day per team versus 120. It sped up the process.
We can go in here and see and pull it up immediate. Whereas before you had to call or radio in to the office, someone answer the phone and put you on hold, just slows the whole process down. And now, of course, we can pull up the address, punch it in. We should have everything on the computer right there, you know, at our use.
When these guys came in, they were trained inspectors, but they didn't know Accela. We were able to get them up and running very quickly.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not the swiftest on computers, and they can teach me, they can teach anybody. You know, one of them old dogs kicking and screaming.
At one point, we were up to 43 teams of 2 people going out and making inspections. We were bringing in 4,500 inspections a day using these teams. We inspected 125,000 plus buildings in the city in 10 weeks. I mean, that's a record-breaking time. The best scenario would have had live data right on the spot, which the system had the capability of. And unfortunately, we weren't there at that time. Other communities may be, and it could be a great tool for them, because not only for us in an emergency situation, but for them on a daily tool making their inspections, they could have instantaneous response. As soon as they put that information in and hit submit, loads up into the system, they have real-time data that people can access through the internet to see their inspection results. It was a combination of things that made it a great program for us. We would have never been able to do it otherwise. The ability to go out there with that mobile technology and come back to a station and upload everything and get instantaneous results. You know, it was like a godsend. I mean, it really was like a godsend for us. It was the light at the end of the tunnel that I was looking for. To do it the way we did it, with the speed and accuracy and the ability to have all this in a complete database, just, I think, convinced everybody. You know, when people saw this, when the Corps saw this, and other people are saying, you know what, this is great for many different applications that they can use, and especially using that digital technology out in the field where you can wirelessly go out, make your inspections, get your GPS coordinates all in one box, and then if you're too far remotely where you don't have that internet access, to come back to a hotspot and upload, it convinced everybody. It made believers.